Good night, everyone. Today is Tuesday. Around 10 p.m. New York time, and we're gonna go with the daily technical video day. Guys, the dollar, in our opinion, is in a consolidation or correction move from the move that started 2 weeks ago. Like everyone knows, right there. We were expecting some type of U.S. dollar strength this coming week, or this week technically, and that's why it's taking place. Now, the move from the lows, this is the dollar on the 30-minute chart. The move from the low looks to be corrected. It looks to be 1, 2, 3, and another 1, 2, 3 to the 618, and we are expecting a visit in the dollar to at least 77.90, 78 area as a minimum before possible another set off on the dollar. That's, like I say, as a minimum right there. Now, there are many possibilities here. Like, let me show you guys the 8-hour. I want to show you guys the 8-hour chart right here, and I want to point you guys out. This is the 8-hour chart. This is all. Let me open it up a little bit. This is all we got in the 8-hour chart so far as a correction. Now, if we take a look at the decline right here, we haven't even reached the 3802 of that move, and then that's the move that needs to be corrected. This move needs to be corrected. So minimum target, like I say, around 78 area, but this correction, this move right here, it took, I'm gonna tell you exactly how many days it took. It took about 30 periods of 8 hours. In other words, you multiply 30 times 8, and that's gonna give you the amounts. And then so far right now, we don't even have even 5 periods of 8 hours. So that's what it means, that it took 10 days from going to here, and we don't even have 2 days here. So technically speaking, we believe that this correction can get can become a compressed correction, something like this. It goes here, it goes back in 3, and then goes here, something like this, to some more time consuming before the next declines can take place. So you guys need to look at it and think about it, that can be a possibility, like a double tree correction can be taking place right here. It's very small when it comes to the A-way, and no matter what it is, I believe that it's going to be a corrective move that at the end is going to go to 74.90, 75.85 minimum, but not necessarily needs to come from 78.17 area. It can go 78.57 and even 79 against this high. Now, that's for the dollar. Oil becomes very interesting today. Oil, it did make a new high, but we see in the new high in oil as, if we take a look at the RSI right here, you guys can see that the new high comes with a huge divergence right here. But what is interesting is that now it can be counted in 2 different ways. If we take a look from the lows, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, possible another 1, another 2, but I see this like a 3, 4. So for me, most likely there is a complete 5-way move right there, and then that's gonna leave like 1, 2, and then unless it did something right here like a flat, this can be 4, and then we are ending 5 right now, and that's why this was the end of 3, and that's why you got the higher risk on the RSI right there. But this also, if you take a look only at the RSI without seeing the price, you can notice that this move right here comes with divergency. And then it gives you another divergency here. And I was thinking, even though we haven't taken that count as a principle or yet, we were thinking that this can be A, B, and we are already on the C way higher, and it's kind of nesting to the outside. So not sure about that. I would go with this scenario when we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and then the 5 ended here, and then from here you guys can see that he bounced at the 23.6 right there. So maybe we end in A as we speak. I'm going with that scenario still as a principle right there. That's what we see in oil. Now let me move to the individual pairs for a while now. Okay, on the individual pairs, we're going to start with the euro dollar on the 15-minute chart. Okay, the euro dollar, the way we look at it is that it creates a temporary top at 39.14 area, and now the euro dollar needs to correct to minimum around 135.40 area as a minimum target. It can extend to 134.40 and even can extend to 133 area without question. Now, what we have from the top? From the top, we are favoring this count right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is 1. And then from there we have 2, 3, 4, and a 5. I'm going to explain to you guys why we're favoring that count. We're favoring that count because if you go back to the RSI right here, you guys gonna notice how you got one swing with divergency here, and then you got another one in the small time frame. There is divergency here, and then you got another one divergency here. Now, in other words, you got one swing, two swing, three swing. It looks like it was an extended wave one, but if you notice from here to here, is from here to here, you got divergency on the last swing. Now, the reason also why we switched to that count instead of the flat is because when you trace the Fibos here, you're going to notice that he went to the 3802 by the peak right there, to the 618, sorry. But most important, these two legs, they were equal to the outside, equal to the pit, to the outside. That was the reason that we got the entry at 38.15 area. Now, this move to the downside, it looks to be impulsive. And the reason that it went to here means that this recovery is corrective. Now, what you can expect is the worst case scenario, in my view, is something like this. Like it makes a double zigzag to the outside, looking from the second entry that we have out there, which is 38.50 area. That's the worst case scenario. But I think that this low, it should be broken before we broke 39.13, in my humble opinion. Now, let me show you the 5-minute chart on the euro dollar. Let's wait for the chart, and you guys can see. Let me see if the RSI is gonna come out. You guys can see on the 5-minute chart how this pair did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to equal legs. Now, in the 1-minute chart, from the 38.17 area, let me see here. Let me contract a bit. another bit right here. Sorry if you lose some quality right there, but I want to show you this. I believe there is a chance that 38.15 is the top of the correction, and we did from the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we need a nice swing, and then we did a flat 1, 2, 3. When you see a clear 5 ways here with divergency on the high. Now you see divergency also in this low, which making a 9-wave move to the high and to the low. So it's very possible that this is it, and the euro is gonna move lower from here. But also, is you see it from the 618. But also, it's possible that the euro is gonna test to around 38.50 before going lower. Now, the euro, like I was saying on the dollar, in the 4-hour chart, it looks like the euro in the 4-hour chart, like I say, it needs to go lower, and the euro in the 4-hour chart needs to go lower to at least 35.27. Seeing this leg right here, and let's say that it hold the high at 38.17, look, you're gonna see to the downside, you're gonna get the equal legs around the same 50% FIBO area. So, but like I say, this took 10 days. Don't get surprised the euro to do this higher, something like this, and then goes to the next level to the downside. That is gonna come around 34.40 before any significant move to the upside. All right, that's about the euro. The rest of the pairs, to be honest with you, nothing new. The metals, it looks like ended this morning. Let me get back to the 1 hour. It doesn't mean to be on the 4. All you guys know where we are. So it looks like metals pairs ended today a 5-way move in metals, ended a 5-way move, and now it's correcting 3 ways back. Every pair went to the 618 today. The metal looks like they did a flat, and I'm expecting a move lower in metal. Same scenario for every dollar pairs. The correction so far is very small, and we should get a higher degree, maybe more time consuming correction coming in. Now gold, let me see what is gold right here. If you take a look at gold, it break off of the wave 4 correction that it took almost a month to do it in a 1A, a flat beat, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like it did like a flat, and then from there gold should trade below 115.32 pretty soon. Now S&P also, it makes a new high today, but I'm kind of questioning the high. And if you take a look on the RSI, the high comes with divergency. So I'm taking the chances and labeling the S&P high as a part of a B-wave flat, and I'm expecting a move lower in the S&P probably tomorrow. And dollar CAD, same scenario as New Zealand, as a being part of metal. We believe that the dollar CAD, like every metal pair, it did a wave 2 flat. Sorry, it did a wave 2 flat, and this pair should trade higher and respect this low either from current levels or from around 101, which is the 76.4. Then cable, to finalize, cable here, it looks like it ended the first leg of the correction in a 3-way move, we ended the first leg of the correction in a three-way move when both legs, they are correlated to around the 1.2, 1.618, and now it went back pretty hard. But like the euro, I think that the risk is 158.55 and should make a new low compared to the low that we have at 156.26 today before another significant high happened. Finally, let me take a look at Aussie dollar, which it looks like every metal did a big wave flat. It looks like it did 5 waves here and should trade lower coming very soon. So it's the same for every pair, guys. I believe that the low that we had yesterday in London, it won't last at least a week, and technically speaking, we are at the beginning of a move on the dollar that can take about a week, and that can take the dollar to around even 78.5, 79 area. So I believe that the trade is that any weakness on the dollar should be bought at least for this time before the real weakness on the dollar can in place sometime next week. And what I was missing, I think the Norwegian crowns, I want to show you guys, very nice structure, probably one of the nicest around the market coming out of the lows. It did a flat, let me label it correctly right here, sorry, my bad. Coming out of the low, it did a flat, which is labeling like this, and then from there we should start seeing another move higher that should take this pair to around the 575, even the 6.0 area before another leg down. So that's what we got for tonight. We believe that a little more weakness in the dollar is still possible, but we believe that the lows that we got yesterday in risk, the high that we have yesterday in risk, is going to be a temporary high, and the dollar or the risk of trade needs to correct in at least 3 ways before a turnaround again in favor of the risk trade. Okay, let's leave it there. I'll get back to you guys tomorrow.